recap lesson because due to illness, I wasn't here and you weren't here. And then we didn't have a class last Thursday when we had planned to record this. So we've got about 3 weeks worth of lessons to recap in this one. So we're going to start off with the class on Monday, the 19th of February, which was our anniversary class. So this is the one which I wasn't at, but we were doing some Ochos, and in particular making them travel. So this was actually a repeat of the first class we ever taught as Urban Hang Night. So we start off with a side step to the left as a leader, pivoting the follower to open by twisting our chest to the left, changing our weight, and then taking a side step and leading our forward Ochos. We can then take bigger steps or smaller steps, and if we do bigger steps in one direction and smaller steps in the next, we can make these Ochos travel sideways along the floor. So if we turned our orientation so we're side onto line dance, we can make them travel in those directions. What we can also do is underturn the pivot, which means we tend to be backwards. We can then overturn the pivot and we then progress down the grid. So in that class it was all about making these Ochos move. We also add rotation to them. So if I start rotating while leading my follower through these Ochos, we can rotate and then change our orientation to the line of dance and therefore be able to carry out other moves as well. And the Thursday after that, which must have been something like the 22nd or 23rd, we did some hero work. So we were looking at the hero, making sure the follower takes a good side step, so she's always going from the right hand side to the left hand side of the leader, if they're doing the clockwise and the anti-clockwise motion. Taking that back step and really working on this puncture where the follower is pivoting and the leader's helping her before taking a step back. She's not just wanging the leg around. From here we also added in some Sacadas type moves as well. So we ensure we step through the follower as she makes sure she always steps across the leader. So it's got good sized steps and also getting all those pivots correct as well. So that was one that you looked at, and then on Monday the 26th you were still had the flu, yes, which I had the week previously. And we were doing some dark side moves. So we started off with some back Ochos. So stepping to the side as a leader, follower coming with them, pivoting the follower back by twisting our chest to the left, but taking the shoulder around so the follower pivots back and going into our back Ochos. What we did then as a leader was step around the follower, so as she goes back on her left foot, I'm stepping forward, my left foot around, and we're into the cross system of walking on the dark side, and we're keeping our chest facing each other. So normally what people would do from here is do maybe an Ocho out or an external Castana. But we were doing something a little bit different. What we did was using a leader's double time step. So from our back Ocho, as I step, I can lead my follower to step back, but I can take 2 steps to the side, which means that when she steps back with her right foot, I'm now moving my right foot, and then we can both step back. So I'm back with my left leg, the follower's back with her right leg. So if we just get into that position of the other way around, what we can do from here is lead the follower around the leader's chest so we can rebound back off that step. She can step around. We've got options of leg wraps or just a plain step around with ganchos and leg wrap combinations. For those in the class, we also did a lift with Sarah where you take this into a lift, which we won't demonstrate in the video. Because if you want to know lifts, really come to the class just for safety concerns. No class last Thursday, and we're into Monday's class. And what did I teach? We had a request for Ocho Cortadas and also a lift. So we started off with the Ocho Cortadas. We talked about how many people just teach it as this combination, which tends to really mean that followers don't really follow it, and leaders don't lead it properly, it often then turns into being non-musical, very static, very stunted. So what we did was take it from a forward ocho, which I've already explained in this video. But as the follower comes through, this is the equivalent of the forward step in that step pattern. And then as a leader, we can pivot our follower to face us and take her into a side step. So we're cutting the ocho here by sinking down. What we can do then is pivot her on the ball of that right foot, moving our chest to the left and over our left foot, which causes the follower to come into this front cross, and then we can lead her out. So that's about the basic ocho cortado. We didn't teach it in this order. What we can also do is, from our ocho, I can choose how much I want to come around my follower before leading her into this side step. So we can overturn it and get more rotation if we're doing it in a valse. And I can do that by a number of methods, including as she steps to and pivots here. I take my right foot behind my left, we get this ability to go around. What we can also do is change the foot we're going on as well. So if I just lead this with my chest, so I'm twisting my chest to the right to lead her into here, which means I can actually go off on the other foot to the side and we get this interesting shape in the tango, or I can even step through on my right and we get these little decorations which are good for long. So next up from the class we had something which is one of the banes of my life at the moment, which is followers doing really bad leg wrap technique, especially malongas. Luckily nobody in our class will do this, but we have seen it. So if we just did normal ocho cortado, and I'm going to come around to this direction to show you, what we're going to do is I'm going to put my right leg, in between the follower's legs. I'm then going to twist my chest back the other way as if I'm leading her into the cross. But because my leg is in the way, she's still going to try and do the cross, but it's only, and I mean only when she makes contact, does that leg come up. I keep my chest twisted, my leg will then unhook naturally, so there's no tension there. So the follower isn't forcing her leg up, she isn't creating distance between it, which is the dog against the lamppost, which is what we see a lot of, and it's really ugly, and it's also really bad technique. So rant over for that. So finally, for this part of the class, we then did a lift. So we have never taught this lift before, we've never done this lift before, and basically just made it on the time. I'm sure other people must have done it. What we did was take it into a sedenta. So from with our ocho cortado to the side, again our leg wrap, we're going to use the fact that the follower is pivoting to extend that pivot to turn her into a soltado. So I'm taking my left hand over and rotating her. I can then take my right leg and put it through, which means it's in position there for her to come up onto. So you can take this arm over my head and we can then get our sedenta. What you can also do is keep it with the other arm and keep it in a different formation as well, which we did with Sim. Finally, for this video, we've got Thursday's class today where we did a mixture of different things. The first was just, because we had quite a small class, getting one leader to lead something and another leader to copy it, final leader to copy it again and do Chinese whispers and see what material they can come up with. So this included things like Giros, back ochos and sandwiches. But what we also did add in was a Colgada. So from a cross system, we're looking from a side step going into the cross system. Instead of going straight back, if we twist our chest to the left, which causes the follower to side step, and if we turn as we twist that chest, we can almost come almost back to front with the follower. It's not quite, you can see there's a bit of an angle there. This can be used to generate distance between our followers. Notice the follower's body is keeping up, but she's leaning away, so we're countering each other's weight. I can then take my left leg behind my follower and lean her around. So at full speed, that gives this nice fluid motion. Anyway, thank you for watching. Congratulations if you managed to stay all the way through this video, and we'll see you in another class soon.
Thank you for watching this Urban Tango Nights recap. If you like these videos, please subscribe to our channel by clicking the logo. You can find more of our class summaries down here and other videos of us dancing tango over here. You can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and Meetup. Links are in the description below, and you can also subscribe to our newsletter using the link below.